What's up, mi gente? It's your boy Dwell, aka Mr. J en la casa. Hope everybody's doing good. I haven't been uploading because I've been working on some stuff. I know it's I haven't been consistent, but let me explain real quick. I'm working on some music, and it's kind of hard to do too. You know what I mean? Because technically, originally, my setup that I use for this is the setup I use for my YouTube. I mean, this setup that I have right now is for my music originally, but I switch it to do all this video stuff too. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep coming at you sideways. But hopefully pretty soon, in a couple days, or I don't know how long it's gonna take, but hopefully not too soon, I'm gonna be dropping some new music. As long as everything works good, I'm gonna keep dropping it and working on it a little bit every day. So expect some music from me coming in the near future. This video, I just want to talk about pretty much, this topic came between me and another older gentleman. I want to talk about California, the economical or pretty much the situation and how we live in California. I've lived in California toda mi vida, all my life. It's a beautiful place, a beautiful, beautiful place. And this man was basically just saying how it was related to a project we're working on a property he's helping me out in. And he was just talking about how back in the day they didn't have these type of inspections, and now they do. And it just came back to how it's all money, involving money pretty much at the end of the day. Because from my understanding, not every state has these type of needy things that they need for the properties. Only in California, or the majority of it is in California, because California is strict. Pretty much when it comes to the building industry, California is pretty strict on the codes, on all the inspections and what you need and what you don't need and why you need it, and you got to do it. So pretty much it all related back to, or went back to money situation. And we just started talking about how I've been hearing how a lot of people are moving to Texas, leaving California. The other day I saw a documentary regarding how in Orange County, where I'm from, there's a lot of homeless people, like in Disneyland, where it's people that can't afford, and the hotels that you see out there, the majority of them have pretty much people that can't afford to live outside of that hotel, and they pay monthly rates. And I'm a new homeowner pretty much, you know what I mean? And I get to see and understand now paying a mortgage, what it takes to buy a house in California. So pretty much that's what we went on, you know what I mean? California is a beautiful place, a beautiful, beautiful place. The scenery, the land, the weather, the cultura. Because a lot of California, I'll be honest, the cultura of California, the culture of California, what makes it also beautiful is the Mexican Spanish culture that was implanted here since the beginning of California. You know what I mean? I think that's what also gives it that beautiful look. But apart from the buildings and the culture, California has good weather. I personally live in Santana, where it's like 10 minutes from the beach, depending what route you go, 15-20 minutes depending what route you go, how fast you drive, but it's pretty much not far. I've heard of some people taking the bike from right here, Santana, to the beach. It takes them half an hour or so. It's a beautiful place, but in reality, it's also a hard place to live at. Not for crime, not for anything like that, because it's like anywhere. The city you live in, the place you live in, the county you live in. If it's your bad day, it's your bad day. If it's your good day, it's your good day. As long as you don't have problems with nobody or start your own problems, you'll be good. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of different type of environment right here where I live at, but otherwise, if you're good, you're taking care of yourself, you're not looking for trouble, you ain't gonna find no trouble, and you're gonna live good. But in reality, like I said, mortgage, luckily, I'm those type of guys that always likes moving up. I don't make $1 million a day, a week, a month, or anytime. You know what I mean? I don't make thousands of dollars, but I'm a union carpenter, and I've worked my way up to that position to where it even takes work. You know what I mean? I've always been a guy that's moved up to where it's okay money. It's not great money. It's okay money. But nowadays, even that carpenter money, you know what I mean? It's not enough. You know what I mean? It's not enough for you to survive, for you to really buy a house. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm one of those guys that tries to work and tries to make another dollar wherever I can. My wife, you know what I mean? My wife has a master's, you know what I mean? She has a master's. She did so much school. And to be honest, like, I don't think what she makes, you know what I mean, is good money, but she wouldn't be able to survive on her own. You know, she couldn't, I don't know. It'd be real hard for her to buy a mortgage, you know what I mean? To buy a house. You know what I mean? It's pretty hardcore out here. Pretty much, you know what I mean? Houses are expensive. You talk about, they say go to Riverside, but it depends how you got to drive miles and miles and miles to your job. You know what I mean? If you have a good job, because the jobs ain't over there. The jobs are over here, LAOC area. You know what I mean? Like I said, all those union guys that live over there out in the desert, they have to drive over here to LA to make that money. Orange County, because this is where the work is at. This is where the money's at. But even yet, like I said, it ain't really. You have to sacrifice, take wherever you can, however you can, to at the end of the day pay your mortgage. Technically, it's not what you might call the American dream, but if you can, you know, it's just not everybody can get that, and I think that's why we've probably seen so much homeless in California. You're seeing more and more and more. And I was thinking about that. I was like, you know what? It's just too expensive. You know what I mean? And not everybody can have a good job. Not everybody has an education. And like I said, even if you have an education, doesn't mean your job's going to be paying. If it weren't for the union, my union job and the hard work, because it doesn't mean it, because if you're union and you have a good job, that doesn't mean it's going to last forever. There's competition. You could get laid off. The work could slow down. And you also have to put in your part to work. You know what I mean? If you don't work, you ain't going to get that dough. So pretty much, you know, it's hardcore. It's a beautiful place to live in if you have the money. You know what I mean? If you're rich or if you're making ends meet, at the end of the time, you're okay. But there's a lot of people that don't have that. You know what I mean? That don't have that. And it's like, it's getting more and more expensive. More and more expensive. Everything. Rent for a small place, you're probably paying like $1,200-$1,300. And obviously, if you're renting, it means you have a certain type of budget, a certain type of job that only pays enough to balance that. Obviously, because if you make more money, then you're gonna buy more. But pretty much everybody rents here. The guy that I was talking to, the older gentleman, was just telling me that in the front of his house, the people that rent it pay about $4,000 a month, and they're just the renters. Imagine, those people are throwing away their money. Why? I mean, obviously they have a probably big family. I don't know the reason. He just brought it up. They probably have a big family or whatnot that they need a house. You know what I mean? They can't live in an apartment. They probably have a couple cars and they need the garage space. They need the space, so they need to. But in reality, that guy and there's so many people. I have an understanding just from right here in Santana. A lot of these houses, people are renting them. You know what I mean? They're not even the owners. There's people that are investing in, and a lot of people have been doing that, investing and you know, renting them out for higher prices to get that money. It's a beautiful place to live in, but it's pretty hardcore. I don't know what's gonna happen in the near future. I just been hearing also that a lot of people been moving, and that's why they move out of state, because it's cheaper, it's more balanced when it comes to your work and the rents, the mortgages, taxes, the laws. It's just way different. There's more. California, there's work. It's a good, at least as of today, not regarding the pandemic or anything, but it's always had, I believe, its own economy. It has a very good economy, California. They like, they're very good wages. I guess that depends what you do, but It's a beautiful place, but I think that's why there's so much homeless nowadays, because obviously those people, like I said, not everybody's built, not everybody has the talent, not everybody has the skill, not everybody has the job or the opportunities, the help, or the push they need. So they get stuck in that place that they're at while everything keeps going up. You know what I mean? So I think that's why also maybe on top of everything else, we seen a lot more homeless. And I think it might be the case. I hope not. You know what I mean? It might be the case in the near future, because on top of that, there's more homeless, and there's a lot of programs that help them too. So the more programs they have, those homeless are going to stay homeless. You know what I mean? And I think the way it is, there's more people in the middle class and in the lower class in I think in California. You know what I mean? It's the majority, middle class and down. Obviously, if you from middle class and up, it's beautiful. But like I said, for me, it's a struggle. As of right now, I'm a new mortgage owner, and I'm lucky. I gotta work harder now. You know what I mean? It ain't that easy. I didn't just get my house and now I could relax. In reality, I gotta work harder, and that's what I'm saying. Like it ain't that easy, and I don't know how it's gonna go. Hopefully, God blesses us, keeps us blessed, keeps me blessed with work, and with my wife will work, and together we could overcome. But you never know. And if something happens, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It ain't really the American dream. You know what I mean? It ain't. I'm working hard for what I want, but it ain't to say it's the American dream. It ain't the California dream neither. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I've been working Saturdays and Sundays just to make sure I got a little extra change. I'm not stressed out about it. I'm just speaking how it really is. You know what I mean? Unless you and I have a good job. Imagine the people that don't have a wage like I do. I'm not saying I make $1 million an hour, but look it up, carpenters or union, whatever. So you find out the wages yourself, and maybe you could even hop on that. It's hard work, but it pays enough, pays better. I don't have an education, like a degree. I have some college education for sure. I took some college courses, but a lot of and which has helped me to learn some things and pick up some things that help me in my job. But at the end of the day, I don't have an education like that. So at the end, construction is what helps me. That's what feeds me, feeds my family, and pays the bills. And I like to do it. So like I said, there's mechanics. I don't know how much they get paid, but depending what you do, you probably don't get make as much. I know there's different construction workers that don't make as much as I do because of their company. Depends, residential different wages, union is different wages, non-union is different wages. Depends what you do, that's how much you get paid, and yeah, that's just what I think. I don't know how it's gonna be in the near future, but I think hopefully we meet up at a balance. California is growing, is gonna keep growing. You go to LA, you see high risers all the time. You know what I mean? You go to San Diego, you see high risers getting built. There's money in California. But at the same time, everything goes up. Everything goes up. In Santana, they're building a lot more apartment buildings. A lot of apartment buildings. So obviously in their plan, there's going to be more people, more work. But in reality, supposedly all these apartments are cheaper, but I doubt it. It's a lie. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a lie, but I doubt it. If if they're expensive or not, I don't know, but that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I was talking about that. I know some people that don't have the job I have. I know they make way less than I do, and they're pretty much my age. So it's like, if things go up, you know what I mean? Is it gonna go up for them too? Are they gonna stay where they can't move up? Or do they gotta push themselves to meet those standards? Are they? And I think at the end, that's why people become homeless. I saw that documentary, and pretty much the people started talking about that. How it just went up and they couldn't afford it, so they had to leave their place to meet like an hotel, pretty much. Start paying a monthly rate in an hotel. But yeah, we don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how it's gonna be for me. I just hope, things get better, especially with this pandemic. I don't know what could happen. You know what I mean? We're still in the pandemic. We're still in the midst of it. The economy, who knows? People aren't going to school. The schools ain't open. So, just for example, Disneyland ain't open. Anaheim has a lot of hotels. So, all that is going to affect. You know what I mean? I'm just talking about what I see going on around. A lot of restaurants, they ain't making the money. Why? Because they ain't serving the amount of people they have to serve to make that money. You know what I mean? They have a certain limit capacity. They're doing it outside, which is not. To be honest, I haven't really been going to restaurants. I pretty much order takeout and come home, so I don't really know how it is. But I know pretty much they're closed down. If you have to go pick it up, you walk in and it's closed down. So we don't know how it's gonna affect us. I just hope everything is better soon. California is a beautiful place, but as a community, let's hope our politicians, our government, eventually balances everything out. That way, it can be 100% beautiful. You know what I mean? Because I know I've been seeing a lot of homeless. There's a lot of more negativity that you see. You walk to the streets, you walk to the liquor store, you're driving, you get off on a 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? There's too much of that. You know what I mean? Too much of that. I don't know really why it's the reason. One of my ideas was that you saw more homelessness from the last time the economy went down, when the terrorists attacked the Twin Towers. I noticed there was a recession. There was a recession. It affected a lot of people more than others. I was still young, 20, 21 at that time, 18 maybe, 18, 19. And maybe it took that long for seeing the effect. You know what I mean? Sometimes like they say, you might have cancer now, but 5-6 years later is when you get it. So maybe it takes time for that effect to really kick in. And just like my opinion, like I say, maybe this coronavirus we're already feeling it, but we're not feeling everything. We're not still seeing the hole. We're in the hole, but we ain't know how deep it is. You know what I mean? We're still going under, basically. Let's hope not. Let's hope there's a stop soon to this hole. That way we could climb back up, help each other to climb back up. But yeah, California is a beautiful place, but it's also a hard place to live in. Hard place just because everything's expensive. Everything's expensive right here. So let's just hope things get better. It's just my opinion. Comment, like, subscribe, hate if you want, but you're probably gonna get your comments blocked. If they're good comments, positive comments, I'll do my best to respond. I'm working on some music, so stay tuned. It's your boy Dwell, aka Mr. J. Peace.